Hi, I'm John Griebel, Senior Regional Sales Manager for Spartan ERV. We're here in Voorhees Township, New Jersey to talk about our Premier Star Series rescue product, our walk-around product, R66. I'd like to take time to walk around the vehicle to show you the benefits and features of our product, the heavy-duty construction, the equipment mounting, the layout, and the general overview of the entire product. Rescue 66 is a result of many hours of homework with the fire department, looking at their scenarios, looking at their equipment, looking at their operations, working in conjunction with our engineering department, working with the fire chief, the committee, and obviously many scenarios within their municipality. What I'd like to do is point out a lot of those features that we see in the completed unit, from how the lighting is organized. There's many options from 120 volt to 12 volt lighting. Looking at the graphics pattern, we want to make sure the vehicle is very safe, very visible, so we work with a lot of reflective materials. Also looking at the detail. This is a walk-around truck. It is important to have it very functional, very useful, but we want the aesthetics to be very pleasing. If you look at the lines from the chassis to the body, they're very even. So we looked at making the pleasing aspects blend into the very great operational features of the vehicle also. So once again, introducing Rescue 66. I'd like to go into some big detail on how the truck is constructed, how the backbone of the truck is supporting the durability, and obviously the operations of heavy rescue and what it means to this community. Everything's riding on a Spartan cabin chassis. This particular apparatus is a Gladiator custom cab. It's a 20-inch raised roof. It's our LFD for additional room inside the cab. The crew area of the cabin chassis offers a lot of benefits to the firefighter. One of them is the flat floor design. From side to side, from front to rear, if you notice, there's no obstructions, there's no humps in the floor, there's no PTO ports, nothing that sticks up into the area of travel. Under seat storage, once again, small items that can be placed under the seat, out of the way, keeping the floor clean. In the driver's position, there's a lot of neat functions that are available to him. One is the multiplex electrical screen, which allows him to control the 12 volt, the 120 volt, a lot of the features of the body, including a diagnostic package that's very extensive. It allows him to check the functions of the vehicle, look for problems before they become problems. Also, this has a metal interior, very durable, resistant to damage over the life of the vehicle. There's also a lot of storage components that were unique to the fire department, such as the mat box in front of us, a lot of storage pockets. There's a computer diagnostic screen and computer system that's up front that has a lot of pre-planned scenarios for the fire department, rapidly accessible for the officer's position. And just the mounting of individual equipment, from the radios to hand lights. When you look at some of the safety aspects of the cabin chassis, the door entry area is wide, the handlebar locations to allow you to come in and out safely. And then also, when you look at NFPA requirements of headwear storage, the helmets are actually on their own brackets, up and out of the way, providing a lot more headroom capability, preventing neck injuries. So the entire layout is very conducive to friendly travel, safe travel. Once again, we always want to bring the firefighter home. This vehicle has a lot of standard features, also has a lot of optional features that are available upon request. Voorhees, New Jersey also chose our Evolution look. There's also the classic appearance for more of a classic look to the Spartan chassis. This front end also has some specialized features that are very durable in a rescue application, as any operation. It does have the heavy steel channel bumper for durability and impact resistance. It does have a platform that allows for certain features to be placed within the bumper. It also has some specialized lighting, 120 volt and 12 volt, for on-scene specialized operations. Just showing many, many features that are available within this customized apparatus, especially on the chassis itself. At Spartan ERV, we place a great emphasis on the mounting of the equipment. When you look at the layout, it's paramount of where the equipment is placed for both safety and organization to get the equipment off the vehicle. Spartan ERV worked hand in hand with the fire department on this very specific customized layout of equipment. We worked with them on how they mount their SCBAs, how they mount their tool bags, their specific equipment bags, We utilize tray locations to make that equipment very accessible. When we look at how their power tools have been organized for a quick accessibility in quick situations, easy to get, easy to use. When we look at the wheel well compartmentation, specific location of smaller componentry, once again utilizing every inch of available space. When we look at how the organization of the compartments was done, focused on each individual compartment, heavy items are placed low, light items are placed high. So when you look at the access to their bagged medical equipment, it's lighter items, easy to get to the ground. When you look at the slide trays, the tool boards, the adjustable shelves, it's paramount to make sure the equipment is easy to get off the vehicle. In this particular tray, it's easy to get the equipment from the front, from the sides, and obviously because of the weight of the equipment, it allows multiple people to get into the equipment to pull it off. Continuing on, looking at modular storage, utilizing fixed metal partitions to take longer equipment to go full through to the other side of the vehicle to allow access from both sides of the vehicle, depending upon the operation and situation. Once again, highly organized, easy to get to. Using that philosophy, take it and move it to the ground easily. Continuing on, continuing with that same philosophy, light items, tarps, and bags up high, heavier items in the middle, and once again, utilizing that lower tray for multiple equipment that's needed quickly. Also, when you look at the features of our apparatus, we have a receptacle system that allows multiple rescue equipment to be mounted on all sides of the vehicle. In this case, a portable winch that can be used in stabilization operations and other things to allow that particular device to be used all around the vehicle. Also keeping in mind the word fire ground safety, we do have the chevron pattern and how it reflects back to provide visibility. And keep in mind, it's also an NFPA requirement. In addition to a lot of the equipment on a truck, there's some primary features of the vehicle that are very important. In this particular compartment, it's the hydraulic rescue tools. Working in conjunction with the fire department, we determined that they were looking for some convenience. They wanted to save time. Time saves lives. So looking at what we've done here, we've recessed the compartmentation in, which allows for the hydraulic hoses to be pre-connected to the tools. Once again, saving valuable seconds. So when you look at how this function works, two little tabs allow the roller system to come out of the truck, allowing the hose to go forward, backward, and straight out, saving stress and strain on those hoses, plus allowing that connectivity that we're so desiring looking for. So then, pulling out the tray, quick release Velcro strap, got the tool, and away from the vehicle we go. So once again, heavy items down low, convenience, quick operations. Some of the other specialized operations of the fire department is utilizing their rescue airbags, coming up with a modular component storage system that works well to get the equipment off the vehicle, from the air controls to the airbags, and also talking about the other side of the vehicle, the full through compartmentation, the Stokes basket and the backboards can be utilized from this side of the vehicle also. Also, we talked about how we store equipment in the wheel well, showing that versatility of different style modules, different sizes for specialized equipment. So keeping in mind, we can specialize and we can also update as the future needs grow within the fire department. Looking at smaller items, once again, this is a multi-versatile piece of apparatus. Keeping that word custom in mind, we want to make sure that all the equipment for the fire department is placed in the vehicle. So when you look in the back, once again, utilizing the slide tray thought, utilizing the very back of the area for jack storage, for other equipment that is used, maybe not as heavily as other items on the truck, but you have to get to it. So in this case, utilizing the side to side and the front, we can get to that equipment, pull it off the vehicle, and utilize it from the ground. Using air tools, jacks. Also, as we put this back into the truck, let's take a look at the reels that are mounted in the interior of the vehicle. They're mounted up out of the way, allowing strategic placement of lower equipment. So this gives them the ability to take power away from the vehicle, to tripod lighting, to fans, to other power needs that they might have, but they also have other reels for air, connecting air tools, air chisels, things of nature that might be used in auto extrication and other features. Just like the hydraulic rescue hose reels, we've done the same thought, bringing the hose out to the outside of the vehicle. Once again, multi-directional, less fray and wear on the cable and hose. We've done the same thing with the electric reel. Once again, very convenient, very low. Talking more about the real locations, they're mounted high in the body, taking up less valuable space, allowing heavy items to be down low. The real thought is to allow multi-use of other items away from the vehicle, whether it's electric fans, electric lights, air tools, giving much more versatility around the truck in lieu of taking it away from a truck on portable style units. Going back to my initial thought, this is a pretty nice compartment. It's the toolbox compartment. They've got the versatility of pre-packed tool scenarios that they can pull from the vehicle for unique circumstances. So kind of going all the way to the beginning, they've utilized this space very efficiently. Utilizing every inch of available space, we can also use some underbody compartmentation. Underbody compartmentation is meant for a lot of items that are heavy in nature, such as what they've done here with their jacks and chains. It could be for the cribbing that we see in the lower compartmentation. Once again, a use of unused space under the vehicle that allows much more use of compartment space. Continuing, the basic function of every rescue is to take care of every scenario within the municipality. You have to think about the future. Anyone who develops a rescue and works with a committee to develop the final unit needs to think about the future expansion growth. What we've done here is we've thought about that. We've got some areas that are barren, empty, knowing that there is a thought process within our community. It's very rare you take anything off a truck. You can consistently add back to the truck. So we've done it well here. We've got expansion growth. The other thought that we didn't really talk about in the very beginning, everything in this vehicle has been bolted in. It's adjustable, it could be changed. It could be removed from the vehicle and altered for future change if necessary. Once again, a very big thought in rescue because this truck is going to be here for many, many years. It could be a vehicle that's here for 10 to 15 to 20, or as I say, maybe a lifetime. So we want to be able to affect change when necessary. Let's now go up on top and take a look at some of the functions of upper storage compartmentation. Several ways to get to the top of the vehicle. One is a staircase, such as we have here. We also have fixed vertical ladders. We also have the actual staircase itself that's indented into the body. What's cool about what they've done here is thinking about how much compartment space is utilized by other thoughts. They've went with a combination of a vertical ladder that also comes out to more natural climbing styles, which makes it a lot easier to get up and down from the vehicle. So let's go up on top and look at some of the features up there. Looking at the top of our rescue vehicles, there's tremendous versatility for additional compartment storage. When you look at the compartments the way they're designed, it's typically for lighter weight equipment. When you look inside the compartments, there's a lot of depth. There's a lot of additional storage space that can be used efficiently. In this case, they've used hazmat supplies. The other side of the vehicle, they've used tool equipment. Continuing forward, additional hazmat supplies. And just generalized vacuum equipment for water vacuum operations. So typically, as I said, least used equipment, still very necessary in rescue operations, but stored up here. Taking advantage of the wide walkway that's up here, the fire department elected to add a couple of other functions. Not knowing when they might need a ladder or a pike pole, which is typically stored in other vehicles within a department, they've taken advantage and mounted it here. Once again, adding that versatility that when they need a ladder, an elevated operation, it's here, it's easy to get off the back of the vehicle. Once again, great placement, strategic operations of additional equipment. Also, LED lighting. If you notice in the upper body compartments, they've taken great advantage of technology upgrades to allow very, very nice lighting of the equipment, not only up above, but as you looked at the video before, we did strip lighting to really brighten up the compartmentation, especially in nighttime operations. Also, while we're up here, let's talk about what they've done with that air reel that we saw down low. They pre-connected it to a DOT cylinder for very clean, very large volumes of air, and they don't have to rely upon the chassis system to power it. So once again, using technology, thought, integration with us at Spartan ERV, they've really come up with a nice vehicle here that really is multi-versatile and has a lot of functions to it. Another feature of this vehicle is elevated lighting. They've got 9,000 watts of 120 volt power that can turn nighttime into daytime. Pulling up into an accident scenario, a fire situation or any situation involving rescue, they can put the light into the air and quickly put light where it's needed. The elevated light tower of the vehicle is operated from the ground through a remote control device. That allows for 360-degree elevation, pan and tilt capability, provides about 28 to 30 feet of elevated lighting around the vehicle. So in reality, it turns nighttime into daytime. We've went over a lot of the vehicle today. There's a lot of features and benefits that are very nice on the truck, and we'll go down low and we'll talk about a little bit more. Now that we've talked about all the features that you can see, let's talk about some of the features that you can't see. When you look at the construction detail of a Spartan RV, there are a lot of things that really we do much better than a lot of our competition.
We fabricate the Star Pumper tubular body to be strong and durable. It's built on a jig fixture for close precision fit tolerances and flexibility to offer the many different variants our customers expect in one of the best built bodies in the industry. Tubular bodies are available in both aluminum and stainless steel.
Utilizing tubular construction allows us to say we have one of the best built bodies in the industry. When you compare other structures, whether it's this building, whether it's a structure that you reside in, if you look at an aircraft, the tubular construction is the strength and durability, the backbone of the vehicle. When you look at the sheet metal of design, it really does one form and function in our vehicle. It protects what's in the truck from the outside elements. It allows you to mount equipment and to have storage capabilities. The heavy-duty tubular construction will allow fire departments decades of reliable use, no matter how many runs you do. There's a second component in our body construction that's very important. It's the mounting system. The mounting system on the Spartan ERV product is called the Vibratorque. The Vibratorque is an isolation system that consists of a spring. It consists of a mounting bracket that separates the chassis frame rail from the body construction. That allows the body to float above the frame rail to isolate the stresses and vibrations of the road conditions from the actual apparatus itself. The Vibratorque is lifetime warranted. It has several components that are heavy duty in construction. So we've walked around the vehicle, we've looked at the concept. The concept of a heavy rescue is all about what we've seen, the equipment, the way it's been mounted, the way it's taken off the vehicle, the actual use of the vehicle, and not really based on the box itself. The box is important, but it's the equipment holders, the shelves, the trays, and ultimately how it comes out of the vehicle.